Hi, church family. Wendy Hinman here with the Daily Hope. We are in Micah 2 today, and it starts off with a bang. Whoa! Some translations say, doom to those who plan iniquity, to those who plot evil on their beds. And stop me if I've told you this before, but I got saved when I was in high school. I was 14 years old. And when I got to college, I had never read the Old Testament. Was getting my feet wet in the New Testament for sure. But then because I heard a lot of people saying, the God of the Old Testament is this judgy, heavy kind of God. And I didn't see that in the New Testament. So I was actually challenged, our whole class was, by a unbelieving college professor to read the Pentateuch. And he was just aghast that we had never read it. You can't be a proper scholar if you don't know at least those books of the Bible. And so I started to read the Old Testament. And I found out that this idea of a judgy, heavy God was not true. He's a loving God, but he has planned the world in a certain way. And when that world fell, and evil came in, that's what he judges. Evil. Woe to those who plan iniquity, to those who plot evil on their beds. He is coming in judgment to produce righteousness and justice in the earth. And as we read Micah 2, when you read it, you'll see there's a housing crisis going on. The rich developers are coming in, they're taking land, they're tossing people out of their houses, and that common man can't afford to live in the land. And so God says to those evil people, I am going to come, and sin always boomerangs. It always boomerangs. And he's saying, you aren't going to have a place anymore. And then the false prophets come and they say, don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. It's not as bad as we think. But there's this verse that says, do not my words do good to the ones who walk uprightly? The words of God, even the judgments of God, are good to those who know him. And then when we get to the end, there is a really funny prophecy here, because Micah says, he's being really sarcastic. If a liar or deceiver comes to you, those with itching ears who don't want to hear the word of God, I will prophesy for you plenty of wine and beer. That would just be the prophet for these people. And he's just kidding. But in that sarcasm, he is saying, you just want to hear the word of God the way you want it. You want God to be who you create in your image, not being who he has created in his image. But to those who do, to those who want to be God's, he says in verse 12, I will surely gather you. I will bring you together, the remnant of Israel. I will bring them together like sheep in a pen, like flock in a pasture. The place will throng with people. And the one, that's capitalized, Jesus, the one who breaks open the way, will go before them. He will break through the gate and go out. Their king will pass through before them, the Lord at their head. There is a day coming when evil will be no more, when Jesus will lead us out. No more housing crisis, because he has prepared rooms for us in heaven. No more false prophets, because the prophet, the Messiah, the hope of Israel will come to those who are looking for him. So be encouraged. There is evil in the world, but God has a bigger plan. He's working righteousness and justice for us, and he will do it. Believe, watch, and be blessed today. Thank you.